Stephen Miller, a highly controversial figure from the Trump administration, is once again in the spotlight. This time for a wave of public embarrassment linked to a scandal involving his wife and her reported connection to Elon Musk. The situation escalated when Katie Miller launched her own podcast, which has already struggled to gain traction. Her show has been creating headaches for Stephen Miller, not only because of remarks made on air, but also due to details she reportedly kept from public view. We'll break it all down for you, but first, a quick reminder. If you enjoy our content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel, as it really helps support our work. Now, before we get into what Katie Miller allegedly kept hidden, let's talk about another source of trouble for Stephen Miller, California Governor Gavin Newsom, who recently delivered a sharp public critique.
Disgrace what's happening in MacArthur Park. What theater? On the 6-month anniversary, after all, of these fires. That's the message from the polluted heart of the President of the United States. The polluted heart of Stephen Miller. Those National Guard men and women that were out there protecting people are now being used as political pawns. Out there on horsebacks running through soccer fields in the middle of the day. Timed around announcements and events like this. Says everything you and I need to know about the state of mind of the President of the United States in this administration. So to those that feel torn asunder by everything that's happened over the course of the last 6 months, notably highlighted and reinforced last 6 weeks and over the course of the last 60 minutes and day like today, I want folks to know we have your back and we'll continue to come back and do what we can to protect our diverse communities, to protect the spirit that defines the best of this city and our state, and to push back against this cruelty. To push back against this cruelty that is being perpetuated by the President of the United States.
Stephen Miller has long been known for his hardline and uncompromising political approach, a style that many say reflects a central philosophy of the Trump administration, where harshness is often seen as strategy rather than accident. In this environment, empathy takes a back seat, and relentless attacks become the norm. For some, this attitude develops over time. For Miller, it appears to have been part of his persona from the start. His recent comments about California Governor Gavin Newsom highlight that same confrontational streak. And with new developments involving his wife drawing unwanted attention, Miller's frustration seems to be growing. But before diving into that, let's look at his reaction to a major gerrymandering issue that's threatening to derail his plans.
The Democrats have gerrymandered this country beyond recognition. Republicans won in the biggest blue states about 40% of the vote in the last election. States like California and New York, according to the official tally, but only got 20% of the vote. So I'm talking about the House Republicans here. In 2024, House Republicans won a 3-time larger popular vote margin than in 2010. In 2010, they picked up 63 seats. In 2024, 4 seats, even though they won, again, a 3-time larger victory in the popular vote margin, House Republicans. At every level of this country, Illinois, Chicago, New York, Massachusetts, Democrats have gerrymandered the vote beyond recognition to try to maintain their advantage in the House elections. On top of that, let's not forget, Democrats rigged the 2020 census by including illegal aliens. Remember, they sued Donald Trump, they sued the administration, they fought tooth and nail to include illegal aliens in the census. 20 to 30 of House Democrat seats wouldn't exist but for illegal aliens. Texas is taking just a small corrective step against this ocean of fraud, this ocean of abuse by the corrupt Democrat Party, Sean.
All right, let's look at the economy. The president now, one big beautiful bill, largest tax.
It's no surprise that Stephen Miller would be upset and try to push back against Governor Gavin Newsom, accusing him of exaggerating or stirring up problems. But the irony is hard to miss. Miller works for someone who actively attempted to overturn an election and was connected to the events of January 6th. Setting that aside, what truly deserves more attention is how disconnected some of these political figures seem from reality, living inside an echo chamber built on their own narratives. That bubble became even more apparent when Stephen Miller's wife launched her own podcast. While her remarks weren't unexpected, the real story is in the reaction and in what she was caught trying to hide afterward.
Hi, I'm Katie Miller. Welcome to my podcast and welcome to my living room. You may be wondering what I'm doing here hosting a podcast. It seems these days just about everyone has a podcast. For years, I've watched from the sidelines as people I know, people I respect, have hosted TV shows, radio shows, podcasts, you name it. And I thought, hey, I could do that too. And why? Because for years I've seen that there isn't a place for conservative women to gather online. There isn't a place for a mom like me, mom of 3 young kids, 4, 3, and almost 2, and a wife, and trying to do a career, eat healthy, work out. There isn't a place for a mom like me. And so I wanted to create that space where we have real, honest conversations with people across the political spectrum and across the world to get lifestyle information, news, laugh with our friends, gossip about what's going on in the world from our perspective, from that of a mom with 3 kids who's trying to make every day be the best it can, from bedtime to bath time to breakfast in the morning to getting out the door for work and everything in between. A little bit about me. I've been a communications director to senators, to a vice president. I worked in high levels of the US government. And most recently, I'm concluding my time working full-time for Elon Musk. And so please join me for my podcast. We're going to do this once a week on Mondays to talk about lifestyle, what's going on, real honest conversations, none of the bullshit, with people from across the spectrum, whether that be politicians, business leaders, celebrities, musicians, artists, scientists, you name it, we're going to have it because this is life about women, for women, with men too, talking about what matters to women. And that isn't just what everyone considers a woman's issue, because what's a woman's issue? I have yet to find out. So join me every Monday for the Katie Miller podcast. Welcome.
Thanks for watching this video, and if you stuck around at the end, you can drop the blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I will see you soon.